In this video, I'm going to talk about graphing. It's actually going to be two videos on graphing. This one's going to be on pie charts, and then the second one will be column charts, make it a little easier to follow. Any of your data you can create a chart from. So what we have here is a variety of M&M counts from years ago in a stats class. We counted M&Ms, and this is just the various counts of each one. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a pie chart. A pie chart has to have just one range of data. I can't create a pie chart from all of this data because pie chart only represents one. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the titles. It's always nice to do that. And then once we get that selected, I've let release the mouse. I'm going to hold down the control key or the command key if I was on a Mac, and I'm going to select the corresponding data. We're going to do a pie chart of bag 5. And so I'll hold down the control key or command key, and I will select that data. The thing to remember when working with any sort of charts is that the ranges should actually be in the same direction with the same number of cells. So in this instance, we have 6 colors and we have 6 values. In some instances, we could also incorporate the titles, but here we don't need to because there's only one data. So then to create a pie chart, we go to the Insert tab, and there's a couple of ways we can do it. One way is that you can use the Recommended Charts button. I like to do that sometimes, but I hate hunting for it in this thing. So you can click that, and then I like to click on pie charts. And I'm sorry, all charts, not pie charts. And then I go down here and I look for pie. Where is it? Right there. And then this will show you the various types that you have to create. You can have a 3D, you can have a 2D. There's also a donut, and the donut one actually would allow us to create a chart, a pie chart, pie charts, plural, for all the bags. And we'll do that at the end. So let's just click on pie. I'm going to hit cancel here. I'm going to show you that it's also pretty evident here. I could choose the same thing. So it's really up to you as how you want to do that. Here, this gives you kind of a preview what it's going to look like. There's the donut one. Yeah, there it goes. So we're going to do the 2D pie chart. Good idea to move it off your data. And I'm going to scroll this down a little bit. I can make it bigger, and I can make it smaller. And you'll notice that it does come with some information already present. You should always have a title. So here we're going to, once I did that, it opened up the format. I'll leave that there. I double clicked, I'm going to highlight that, and we're going to type in M and M, plural, counts, bag number 5. The legend here, we can move it around if we wanted to. If you select the chart itself, if I click on an item, I still get these little items over here. So the plus sign allows us to add components. And so here the legend, if I didn't want the legend, I could remove it, or I could bring it back. Some of these will have, all of them do here, will have cascading, so I could then have some options here. Let's say maybe I want it at the top, or if I want it at the right side, however way you want to you want to put it. We're going to put it back to the bottom. And then that is, in essence, really a simple, let me close that. It's a relatively simple pie chart. And I can make it a little bigger if I want. Now, when you have a chart, whether it's a pie chart or any chart that actually has some colors associated with it, you may find it's kind of beneficial to actually change the colors of the pieces. So here we have blue and green and all those sort of different colors. Well, they don't kind of correspond here very well. So let's start with this blue here. I'm just going to click it once, this slice, and then do it a second time. And I want a different color. Well, this corresponds to green. So I'm going to go over here to the Format tab, and I'm going to choose green. And we'll use that green. Now, we have 2 different colors here, but that's okay. I mean, these are 2 different values. They're close colors. No biggie. So I'm going to click on orange. Now, I'm going to deselect it. I want to show you that once more. If I just click on the chart, the pie chart itself, it selects the entire chart. If I click it a second time, then it will select just that piece. And that one, we look at it being orange, but the values really are blue. So we'll go back to fill, and we'll choose blue. And we'll use light blue. And then this dark green, is red. So we'll go and change that to red. And you'll see when I change the colors of the pie, the legend changes as well. This piece right here is yellow. Well, it represents the yellow data, but it happens to be kind of a blue. So we'll change that to yellow. So when you're working with these, if you could actually change the colors to something that makes sense, you should do that. And then orange, let's see. That's too dark. We'll make that orange. Oh, wait a minute, I got orange right here. And then last but not least is brown. And you can find that's really brown as a dark orange. So this gives you a way to take your pie chart in this instance and actually make it so it looks like the colors it represents. You're not going to always find that. If you don't like the colors that it provided, you can change colors on almost anything. You don't have to change them all. You can just change a few of them. There are some quick layouts that give you the options of making various changes. So those are under the chart design. And now let's say you click outside the chart. So now I just selected my spreadsheet. I've lost my data here, or I've lost those formats. So if I just click on the chart again, they come back. So we have chart design and format. So I want to do a quick layout. So it's under chart design. And over here it says quick layout. I'm going to select that. And then these are some of the other options that you can choose. Your homework wants you to do a layout 1. So you'll see under my mouse it says layout 1. You'll notice that it got rid of the legend because it's making each piece. It's associating the colors with the piece and the text. So I'm going to click on brown. I'm going to make that just a little lighter. And still looks brown. So there we go. If you click on the text, I can make that bold. I can make it smaller. So I can go over to home and I can bold it. And notice how the green popped out. And I can make it a little smaller to put them back in. So you want to look at the options of making things easier to read. If I click just I gotta find, there we go. Sometimes you gotta click around a little bit because what I want to do is I want to select the pie chart. You'll notice there's a lot of room, so I'm going to make it a little bigger. And don't worry, it'll center it for you, or it should center it for you. There we go. So it makes it a little bit bigger. So that's working with a simple pie. So let's do a donut pie chart. So in this instance, I can then select all the data, including the titles. It'd be hard to create a good chart without having some titles here. So I just selected all of those. Going to go to Insert. I'll choose the pie icon, and then there's the donut. And you can see, I'm not going to change the colors, but you can see now that we have, let's make it a little smaller. So what it's basically done is it's taken 5 pie charts and it's incorporated those within a little donut. So that gives you a basic understanding of making a pie chart.